So, what will you choose for your next mission?
The game with possibly the best name of all time, Super Death Game Show, arrived on the PlayStation Store today, after a lot of speculation that it'd be shovelware and a complete waste of $15. While it's certainly not great by any stretch, I did love the original approach it takes to what, essentially, is just a collection of minigames. There were two things about Super Death Game Show that appealed to me right away. First was the dystopian, Danganronpa-esque light-hearted approach to death that it takes. The music is upbeat, the chat window is ecstatic, yet if I fail, I die. The other thing was the mystery of it all, especially at first when you're unlocking all sorts of new minigames. Bomb defusal, color matching, hitting targets, goaltending. I mean, there's a bunch of randomness here with no real explanation. You're kind of on your own out there. But the ambiguous nature of the rules kind of means that you're also kind of on your own when it comes to the solutions too. See, at first when you're trying to block soccer balls from getting into a goal, all you have are your hands. But the more money you win, the more you can purchase from the vending machine. So grab a shield and a chessboard, and suddenly you've got a much better chance of winning. It's almost like Super Death Game Show wants you to cheat and be as creative as you possibly can with each minigame, which absolutely makes the whole thing more fun. Unfortunately though, there just aren't that many minigames. You keep unlocking new ones and harder variants of each during your first couple playthroughs, but within an hour you've seen pretty much everything Super Death Game Show has to offer. After each successful run, which only requires you to beat 10 minigames and takes about 20 minutes total, you get a bit of story about your character, and it seems like you'll be learning more about the game show itself, which never really happens. A few of the minigames are so poorly explained that I still don't know exactly how you're supposed to solve them. Some have wonky animations in collision. One seems to be designed for room scale, but with no movement options at all outside of click turning. You just have to throw pieces out into the distance and hope they land where you need them. The biggest missed opportunity here though is the complete lack of multiplayer. I mean, it's a game show. Getting in there with 3 or 4 of your friends and competing to finish these minigames the fastest and outdo each other with your creative solutions would have been a blast. But playing alone, well, that gets old after the first couple times you play.
Mission start.
Super Death Game Show only sports one room where the show takes place, but luckily it all does run at a high resolution and frame rate. The host of the show is just creepy enough, and there's even a fake chat window so you can see the fake comments from all the fake people watching you play online. And when you win, hundreds of holographic yen dollars, yeah, yen dollars, drop into the room. So despite the simplicity, it all has a pretty nice look to it.
Congratulations on accomplishing your mission. There were a few dangerous moments, but you managed to get by. So, what will you choose for your...
Whereas most people would dismiss games like Super Death Game Show as obvious shovelware, I'm oddly fascinated by them. They're so bizarre and feel like those old PlayStation 1 games that you'd hear about that came out in Japan, but never got localized. But unfortunately in this case, Super Death Game Show, despite its dark premise and decent presentation, doesn't go nearly far enough with the formula, and in doing so, just wears out its welcome far too quickly.